them together, and they've got the gift of crab.
Hello, welcome back, Grabber Gang, to tonight's episode, the Sausage Party episode. We have
Sausage
the
Fest.
sad little sausages, and I am the rose amongst thorns. We have Nate, Hunter, and Will the Thrill, Big Willie style, my co-host. Anyway, we want to welcome you guys back after a holiday, and we thought we'd start with a banger.
Which is what they call sausages in England.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Bangers and mash. I don't know why we keep bringing England and UK into this, but hi Sam, hi Jen.
Because we have people that we know there.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back, guys. And we're here with the sad little sausages. Guys, introduce yourselves, please.
At the same time.
Go first, Nate. I'm Nate. Hello.
Nate who?
Nate who?
Oh, Nate Powell.
What are you
Powell.
about, Nate?
What am I? What?
What are you about, sir?
I'm about, I don't know, long walks on the beach.
Nice.
A good flavor of no sugar bubble gum.
Gross. What?
Flavored water.
Okay.
Man, you started out really strong, and now I'm. Yeah, now you
None of
lost
that
me.
is true.
All
None
right,
of that is
Uncle
true.
Nate, how long have you been doing grip? Let's start there.
I started, end of March last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, met up with Hunter through work and kind of talked about it. He, he complimented my hand size. He's like, dude, you got really huge hands, which is something I've kind of heard my whole life. Never knew how to take it. So he got the classic response of, thanks. And he asked, he's like, you ever thought about grip sport or arm lifting? Dude, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. So we started talking more and more. Ended up over at his house for a workout. Got my hands on the Saxon, the axle, a couple blobs, the hilt, and kind of enjoyed it. Thought it was pretty cool, something different I've never done before. And then, ended up buying my own Saxon bar, my own axle, my own hilt, my own hub, and just kind of got into it and started messing around and having fun with it.
So the less than a year, and you've already
Yep.
kicking ass. Okay. All right, Hunter. And how about you?
Yeah, so Hunter Heath, I'm a health coach for the city of Charlotte, or the company I work for that's contracted for the city of Charlotte, which is how I met Nate. So, just born and raised in North Carolina, live in Denver, North Carolina area right outside Charlotte. Always been a fan of lifting weights, trying to get stronger. No radioactive spiders or anything like that to, come in contact with. But just one of those things. Got into grip sport not that long before Nate, maybe later part of the year prior, and met Zach Mullins, let me come out to his place and test out some inch dumbbells and blobs and hub lifts, and he gave me the whole rundown. He kind of did to me what I did to Nate. I got a Instagram, and he just started firing away. But before that, I actually met Will online, and we were both going to the Arnold. So we started talking more, trading ideas, talking about training, and I finally got a chance to meet him and his buddy Jake Monroe when I got there. So it was a cool experience, and just trying to fall into one thing after the next. So now I'm just bringing Nate down with me.
And Hunter, you won your weight class in the Open last year, right?
Yep. Yeah, I won first place for the middleweight, which was the 100 kilo and below.
Okay, so you'll be in the pros this year, right?
Yep.
With
going
the
back
pros
to
competing? Okay.
Going for the pro stage for the 110 kilo class. So.
Oh, you gained a little bit of weight. Good for you.
It's the Uncrustables. That's the secret.
And,
But
Will,
it's,
you need no introduction, but did you form the Sad Little Sausages? Was it your idea after Hunter gave Nate, or talked about his hand size and Nate's comment about how his hands were just sad little sausages, or am I getting that wrong?
Well, no, I mean,
Your
timeline's
guys'
pretty
hands
much
were
right.
sad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my hands are incredibly sad. That's one thing is like, Nate and Hunter both are incredibly strong, and like and again, they've been doing this for not a very long time comparatively, and so it's just like they're pulling monster numbers on Saxon, really solid numbers on Axel. It's really cool. So somehow I'm involved. And Hunter and I had been talking since the Arnold and stuff and a little before. And he said, hey, I got this guy, he's got really big hands and I think he could really be good at grip. He seems interested. Like, I got him to make an Instagram, reach out and say what's up. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I reached out. I was like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I got an RGT, and went through what he had gotten. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Watch your elbows kind of thing, because I was fresh off the tendonitis kick. So just trying to give advice and everything. And we kept going back and forth around, and, Hunter would say, oh, I told Nate this, and I was like, oh yeah, I told him that. And then we just keep talking around it. And I was like, all right, let's get a group chat going in the Instagram. And we did that, and yeah, just all started talking together. And Nate mentioned his sad little sausages, and it was too good to not name our group chat that. I don't know, Nate, if you have, because this will be a video as well on both Spotify and YouTube, but do you have anything you can like show the people for comparison? Like,
do you have like a Pepsi can, like a bottle, anything by you?
I'll post it.
Well, I'm in my wife's office right now, so I'm looking for random stuff. But she has a $10 gift card.
Cover up the whole
for Starbucks. So, that's what a gift card looks like.
Yeah, just crazy.
Pretty big.
Pretty big.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
I don't have anything cool.
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, Starbucks gift card's pretty cool. I'd take one if you wanted to bring that with you to the Arnold.
Hey,
but
Will, it's yours. Don't tell Sierra.
Crushed it. I gotta wait till after weigh-ins, but yeah.
All right.
So yeah, and
so
yeah.
How often do you guys do you train together? Is it something like it's just big contests? Because you guys aren't close. Like Hunter and Nate, obviously you guys are, but how often do you guys get together?
So Hunter and I are about an hour-ish, 45 minutes to an hour away. Because I'm just outside of Charlotte to the south, and then Will's down in Charleston. Am I allowed to disclose your location?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Will lives in Charleston, everybody.
It's wrong, but okay.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give exact detail. Like, Will, I know you've got a lot of stalkers from this podcast. I'm just trying to be easy with it.
We've got dozens of listeners, so we have to.
We have tons.
Hunter's family and my family have gotten pretty close. So we've actually done some family holidays together, like 4th of July at my house. Our boys went trick-or-treating together at his house.
Aww.
And we always somehow find ourselves in our home gyms messing around, whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. We always tend to get lost out there while the girls are chasing the boys. And it's a nice little break. But yeah, so we've had a little more time to work out together. Unfortunately, I haven't been to Will's place. He hasn't been to mine. So we haven't worked out together other than the Super Series Stage 1 and 2, where he came up to Charlotte for that. So workouts, not necessarily a lot.
But you guys communicate
every day. I talk to them more than I do my wife.
Now, is it mostly like reels and memes, or is it like proper training conversations?
Yes.
I would actually say
all of it.
there are a fair number of memes, not nearly as many as probably you and I send, but like there are still a lot of memes, but we do a pretty good amount of like training analysis and comparison and stuff too. Like that's really cool because Hunter is very knowledgeable about kind of the body, right? And knowing the specifics of how bodies move and where the optimal angles are and this kind of thing. And so we can, you know, he knows what to mess with and kind of what to tweak to try to get as much out of the movements as we can and stuff. So that's been, or he's a really good resource for that. I think he's done that for other people outside of our chat too. Like I think, you know, Sam Horn has mentioned that he's talked with you a bunch about that kind of stuff. And I think you've helped Josh out with things. So Hunter's very accessible and very knowledgeable. But then, yeah, there's just, you know, we're just trying to pick things up and
put them down.
Put them back down after making meaningful eye contact with the judge.
Yep.
That's a key.
Oh, and Chad will not be our judge this year, which is incredibly sad. But Hunter, do you program for the sausages? Like, do you write training for them, or do you just say what you're doing and they kind of copy? What?
I do a little bit of both, I guess. Like Nate and I work together a bit more formally than maybe Will and I do. Like just, you know, how we're connected through work. So I guess my health coaching or my strength coaching style is probably to kind of leave more of a template. Just so happens Nate follows the template, or I guess I liked his enough that I use it for myself. But you know, Will's got his own trajectory with things, but so we might brainstorm ideas, videos back and forth, or I get my little hyper fixations they all have to deal with, and I, you know, put little marks on things or talk about stuff and ramble. But yeah, so it's just kind of, it's all of it and none of it. I don't ever want to be that person that makes someone feel like they're being forced to do something or they're not getting to do it their way. So I trust if they wanted me to show up, they would tell me.
And I have a real problem with authority, so I just end up deleting a lot of Hunter's messages. Most
You
of the
wouldn't,
time.
Haley, you would not imagine the things that come out of Will's mouth towards us, specifically Hunter.
It's,
I
mean,
in that group chat, it's why we're his friends still. I think we gave him the jacket, and it was like, well, he's stuck. Can't really get it back.
yeah, I'm just gonna add myself back to any group chat you take me out of. So
He's mean.
He's mean.
Yeah,
pretty
hurts a
mean,
lot
and
of
I'm
feelings.
and I'm really annoying.
I don't know that.
So,
I don't know that
like-
side of him. He's always just. I feel like I'm the mean one out of our dynamic. So like it's that's.
Well, that's the thing. There's got to be one. So you took the spot there, and
And then in the
spot
sim.
here. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
We all play characters on TV.
Amen. Amen. Or amen if you prefer. But,
Amen.
that was actually so that's a question just off the wall, just off the wall question in the middle of all this that I saw on Instagram that I wanted to ask. It is semi-religious, which will be fun. But so in church, there's communion, right? And so you know, you got the body and the blood of Jesus. You got the bread, and then you've got the wine. If you were being communed after, what would represent your body and your blood? Like for me, it would be energy drinks and Sour Patch Kids. That's what people would take to remember me. So
Pretty solid.
You are so weird.
yeah,
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it. I know what mine is.
let's hear it.
Immediately. A medium chicken wing, medium sauce, and a beer, probably a Labatt. Yeah.
All right, a Labatt and
And a chicken
medium.
wing, medium extra crispy. Blue cheese dressing.
Well, I don't think you get dressing for it.
Oh, I do.
No, all right.
I mean, it's my religion. I can.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, okay. All right. There's 3 sacraments. Fine. It's fine. All right.
Mine would probably
Boys?
be Fairlife chocolate protein shakes and hot tamales.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Hot tamales, like the candy, or
Yep.
No,
yep.
like piping hot Mexican food.
oh shit, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It's
Oh.
Because
he loves.
the
Yeah.
cool thing is you eat the candy first, you fight the insulin for getting the protein in there, or you can drink the protein first, and it helps soften the spike of the insulin. So it's kind of a win-win, no matter what you do.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a very wow. Very
That's so
health coachy answer.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Diets.
Yeah. He'll health coach you into being unhealthy.
Well,
Can
then-
you get me shredded?
Shredded.
What was your question?
I don't know.
She asked if you- she asked if
communion,
you could
and
get
I
her
also
shredded.
yeah, but
Oh,
Nate's
I need
turn
Nate's answer.
for communion.
Oh gosh. Probably coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Probably too much. And
It's scientifically impossible.
fair. And then probably any kind of chocolate.
Any kind?
I mean, cause
Dark.
you name it. Yeah,
Like 88% dark.
yeah.
The
I don't
Reese's
discriminate in
Big Bug
chocolate,
Cups?
cuz
Well, Reese's. Oh,
keep talking
yeah.
dirty to me.
Yeah, those are.
You don't get this physique by not liking chocolate.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, so Nate, you are 6'5",
Yes.
and you are right around 300 pounds.
Yeah, about 320 right now.
Okay. Yeah. So, big guy,
Big guy.
and he's a big guy. I just don't know that people get the scale of how big. And I mean,
No,
Hunter,
no. You know what? No. Also,
What?
I wouldn't have said Hunter was 6'2" either. Like
Right.
I feel like Instagram just like it's not a good.
Every time I see Hunter in person, this is Hunter specifically. Every time I see him in person, I am always surprised by how he's noticeably taller than me, and then also just so much bigger than me. Like he's just a big muscular guy, and because again, you look at Instagram, you're like, oh, he looks like he's strong but not huge, and then I see him, I'm like, tag on, man, I'm not even close to that big. So it's depressing, but also I'm proud of you and all that. Whatever.
It's a lot of body hair and peanut butter and jelly across. Yeah. That's the
Uncrustables are key. Sorry, we're having issues. It's been a fun week. I cut off part of my finger, and Rangers like back legs decided they don't want to work anymore. So we're dealing with that. So we can have an edit section here. One sec.
Will's really trying to set the stage for a comeback, like a rally comeback for the Arnold by
That's it.
just taking digits off.
Which finger?
My pinky.
Oh, you don't need it.
I don't.
Not
You're
too
right.
much. I mean, it's not too much. Like
Yeah, I'll just
So-
look extra fancy while I do it.
Will, how did you cut your finger off again?
So, for my birthday, Henry got me a vegetable and fruit like slicer. You know, one of those things you slide it across and it slices it real thin, and it's got like a chopper.
mandolin?
part on it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So he got me one of those, and I decided to cut some apple for us, and I was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I was like, oh, I got plenty of room. And I didn't have plenty of room and chopped off the end of my pinky. Sliced it.
when was your birthday?
It was last Friday. It was a week ago.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
It's okay. I didn't announce
Oh.
it.
I know. Is it not on Facebook?
I don't
I'll
know,
send you a
actually.
card. It probably isn't. 'Cause I feel like I should have seen it.
didn't see
Facebook
it.
makes me a better friend as far as birthdays go.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
why I keep mine off. What did you say, Hunter?
Well, Haley, legend has it that Will actually picked up the tip of his finger and ate it for
I
extra
smoked
protein.
it. Yeah, I smoked it out on the smoker, and then
Yeah.
I ate it. So
You could always
And then
make
ate
feeling
the
pretty
black
good.
apples.
what's that?
You could always make it a necklace too, right? We talked about
That's
that.
true. Yep. Yes, we
Yeah.
did. We talked about making it into a little necklace. That's what I keep telling Henry I'm going to do with all of his teeth as he loses them. I'm going to get them back from the tooth fairy, and I'm going to make a necklace out of them.
It is bizarre that like I have all my daughter's teeth and like they're just in my jewelry box. Like it's just very pagan, very like witchy. Like I don't know, I'm just holding on to teeth. Very bizarre.
They're kind of neat.
I mean, it is neat. It's just sentimental, but it still is a bizarre thing that human beings hold on to their baby's teeth and give money.
My dad, I found out obviously after I found out there was no tooth fairy. Sorry, children who are listening, if you're just tuning in. I found out that my dad just kept recycling the same 3 like silver dollars, like for 50-cent pieces, like the Kennedy 50-cent pieces. So I got $1.50 for all my teeth as a child. Henry's doing a lot better than me at this point. So, that's what we're doing. We're trying to make the next generation wealthier, right? Make them better off than we were. So I'm just doing my part.
All right.
All
Good.
right.
All right. Good for you. All right. Sad little sausages. Random questions. If you could start a rumor about yourself, what would it be? Nate, go.
Man, that I'm cutting weight and I'll be competing in 90-kilo class.
Oof.
Nice.
Scare a lot of people.
Hunter, go.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just like to tell people that I'm actually the heir to the Heath Bar, the candy company. But, I always clarify later. It'd be cool to have people think.
I wouldn't clarify. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Just I just didn't want my inheritance. That's,
Yeah. I decided to make my money the old-fashioned way, becoming big in grip sport.
Big and grip sport.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think so one of my favorite pastimes is not necessarily making up rumors, but making up just falsities and trying to see if I can get people to believe them. And the one that I think most proud of was actually from high school, where I convinced someone that I had prescription eyelashes, because she's like, your eyelashes are really long. I said, yeah, they're prescription. And she said, what? No, they're not. I said, yeah, no, I have to, if I don't have these, they're too short to keep all the dust and dirt out of my eyes. And so I have to get these prescription ones that I have to put on every day. She bought it, and it was great. Never, ever corrected it. Told her it wasn't true.
She's probably told that story so many times.
I doubt
people
it.
just keep looking.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I doubt it. But it would be cool if it was. I'd love to be remembered for that.
Will Thompson, tricking women since 2008.
7. That was
7. Okay.
Yeah. Give me some credit. It was a long time ago. Megan doesn't let me get away with any of that stuff anymore. So
good.
Haley, what's your rumor?
Yeah.
A great moment. I was in college playing volleyball, and we had a game against Harvard. I don't know why. And when I played, I was a program 6'1", because they just gave everybody an inch. And but the programs were printed out where it said 7'1", they just made a mistake.
Jesus.
So we went and we're about to walk into the gym, and one of the assistant coaches from Harvard comes and talks to my coach, and he's like, "Who's this player you got? That's 7'1". We're kind of freaking out about her, and he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, yeah, number 7, and it was just hysterical. And he's like, well, that's my right side, and that's Haley, and she's about 6 feet tall, and I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And he goes, we have been practicing all week with a 7-foot block up, and they just I guess put people on a box platform to stand over the net so they could hit around it, because they were anticipating me being 7 feet tall. So
that's so funny.
That was a cool one. I mean, I was like, oh, okay, well,
yeah.
Hopefully I'll play like I'm 7 foot, but no, I don't know. I feel like there's probably plenty already out there, so I don't need to add any.
Just look on the grip board. And see.
just look at people talking shit about me. I'm sure you'll find it. I'm sure you will, and I'm sure I can name the culprits right now if you want. Call them out.
No, please don't.
Please.
Oh no.
Oh, they'll be terrible.
Nate loves drama.
It's really quick. It's actually a saying that says, if you want information to get out, you can telephone, tell a friend, or tell a firefighter. So what you say here, Nate can get around the city of Charlotte pretty quick if you wanted to. So.
Oh man, I'll be getting phone calls tonight from guys on shift. They'll be calling
a bunch
me
of little,
about it.
little gossipy guys, huh?
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
Fantastic. I like it.
All right. I mean, I got a ton of random questions, guys. I can just fire some off before we get into our audience questions if you want. You know, I mentioned that Chad Clark will not be announcing. He's not going to be judging. He's going to be on the strongman side of things at this year's Arnold, so we'll miss him terribly. But as far as the announcers go, who would be your dream announcer at the Arnold? Like anybody. It doesn't have to be anyone in the grip community. It can be somebody you admire from a different sport. Sportscaster. It could be nobody at all. It could just be silence and music is playing. Like, what would be your preferred kind of setup?
Could they be like just pretend people?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd
They
go
could
with
be a
either.
Bluey. I don't care. SpongeBob.
I would say Ron Burgundy or like Ben Stein from like the Clear Eyes.
Hilarious.
Ben Stein.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like to really
next
give the
we
other direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, look at that, man.
I would love that too, actually.
I feel like it sounds more like Squidward for me, but yeah. Nathan? Neal?
I'm gonna have to go with Morgan Freeman because that man he can't mess up narrating anything.
Yeah.
Like it's the calmest thing ever, but I feel like I'd be jacked that Morgan Freeman is saying my name in his voice, and then I'd just be like, cool.
Because you know he'd
Done.
be saying it with a smile. He'd be looking at, we've got Nathan Powell here.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm
Will
going to
gets
stop
it.
you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. Morgan Freeman's actually a really big creep in real life, and I don't approve of this choice. Like, his voice is wonderful.
He from West Philadelphia?
He might be. Let's look it up. No, but he's a creep just like those guys from West Philadelphia.
Man.
He married his niece or some shit. Really
Are you not
bizarre.
supposed to do that?
And
Are you not supposed to do that?
I know you guys are from the South, but you're not from the South. From the
Nate's from
No, ma'am.
Indiana. Nate's from Indiana. He's,
Oh.
No.
Yeah, he's a damn
Yeah,
Yankee.
I'm just
like yourself.
I'm fake.
I'm a fake Southerner.
I'm from the land of war winners.
What was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
You said Nate grew up next to the gummy bear factory, and apparently
Yes.
someone didn't your mom know Michael Jackson's friend or something? I don't remember what that story was.
Yeah. So fun fact about me and my family. We are actually from a town in Indiana, the very northwest corner. It's about 45 minutes from downtown Chicago, so it's right across the border. But my mom grew up down the road from Michael Jackson when they were young in the Jackson 5. She says that all the rumors about his dad were true, that he was this terrible person. And then there's Albany's candy factory.
My
Just
favorite.
So good. So good.
So, fun fact, I could almost see the Albany's factory from my house. So,
And
It
some
used
of
to be
it
just
got
like
into
a-
the water, and that's why you're so big.
but it used to be just a little cute little house thing, like a Willy Wonka style thing, and then they got bigger and bigger and expanded. And I actually, right when I got out of college, I was working for a company, and we did all the grade work on the expansion of their factory. So I've worked on Albany's factory. They are there and successful because of me. And what do I get? Nothing.
Yeah, you should
That's
have
the
gotten
rumor
Elijah
we're
to
starting.
Yeah.
I like it. Way
I was
better than 90 kilos. More believable.
Yeah. I had a darker rumor, but that's good. Yeah, that's I am jealous of how close you were to that. Even though you're not there anymore,
Yeah.
like Albany's, especially their sour gummy bears, they're the best mass produced gummy bears you can find anywhere.
And it's cool. So like whenever I go home, my mom still lives there. Whenever we go home and visit my mom, we always go there. You know, we take Benjamin, whatever. Because I mean, a kid in a Willy Wonka factory is awesome, right? But they've got like every candy they make. You can go sample anything and everything you want. Everything you get is fresh, like off the line. And then what do they call them? Gummy mess ups or bag of mess ups or something like that.
Oh man!
But it's like a 5-pound bag of gummies that like came out the wrong shape or like not the right weight or they're messed up in some way. And you can buy them for like $5, like this massive bag of them. And they are the freshest and most amazing things you'll ever eat.
This
I
is
like the
killing
pineapple ones.
Very good.
And
I've
the
had-
baby, like the light green. Albany's, like they're the white bag, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like the light bluish greenish. I don't know what flavor that is, but it is.
Yeah, that's dangerous to know because, like, you know, I always want to think, oh, where are we going to plan our next vacation? You know,
Indiana.
we're going to Indiana.
Nate's mom's house.
We're going to Nate's mom's house.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
sure
go.
she'll welcome us with open arms.
And she would. She's a nice lady
I believe it.
She's a
Good.
hip lady.
to everybody else.
Yeah, that's super cool. Megan always, when she goes out to Seattle for work and stuff, there's a candy shop in the mall there that's called Lolly and Pops, and they have all like the gourmet gummy bears that you can buy and stuff. And so she always brings me back like a 2-pound bag of those. And
Aw, she brings you candy for a special little boy?
yes, I have a real problem where I can't stop eating candy if it's in front of me. Like that 2-pound bag will be gone within a day. Like it doesn't last. People buy me, you know, big bags of Sour Patch Kids for Christmas, gone before they leave, you know, before they finish their visit. Like it's just, I can't not eat it. It's so good. Nate, you have your hand raised. Yes,
I do. I know this is not my podcast to run, but I'm going to ask a question anyway.
Go, please do.
So, Will, you mentioned she brings you back gourmet
Yes.
gummies.
Yeah.
What makes a gummy bear gourmet?
That you have to pick it out with a little spoon or tweezers from their individual, containers. They're separated by flavor, and by sour versus standard. So that's really all it is. They might not be gourmet. I don't know, but they're delicious.
Hey, if it says
got a
gourmet on the bag, it's
What do you say, Hunter?
So you got to bag your own candy?
Yeah.
It's just lazy.
Yeah. Well, it's like picking apples, only better.
You could
know?
So you could never be a health client of Hunters, is what you're saying. Like you could never be a nutrition client of Hunters.
I would be his most difficult client. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And say, hey, how did you do this week? And I say, really bad, bud.
There was a 2-pound bag of gourmet gummies.
2-pound bag of gourmet gummies with my name on it. And I ate them all. Just 3,000 calories gone in
I'm
30
sure
minutes. I don't know. It'd be tough. It would be tough. But yeah. I don't have any more weird questions, so we can see what the people want to know about you guys, because that's what we're really here for. They know me. They don't know you guys.
I mean, I know, but we haven't given them enough opportunity to talk about themselves, I don't think.
Well, Haley, I'm going to stop you right there because this is not about me. This is not about Hunter. This is not about Will. This is about us.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's Sad Little Sausages, not Sad Little Sausage.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that's
I
just
got one.
weird.
You're right. Okay, the sad little sausages. All
Now,
right.
again, I know this is your podcast, but
All right, it is about you
No,
guys.
it's good.
You know,
It's
all right?
oh, Hunter's got his hand raised. Yes.
Does anyone else get nervous when Nate starts just throwing those things around like that?
Oh yeah.
Like he's coming
Oh
after
yeah. Oh yeah. You just never know. But yeah, I mean that's a good point. So, we can.
No, I have more questions.
but you can ask me whatever you want about me. I'm cool with it,
Okay.
if we're being honest.
All right, the sad little sausages. Random thought. What is your favorite sausage or brat or link or hot dog? Which one are you grilling? Like, it's summertime. You all are coming over for a grip contest in somebody's garage, and you want a variety of meats, cured, encased, nitrate-filled meats. What are we doing? A ballpark franks, bratwurst, like summer sausage, kielbasa? Like, what's on the menu? The people want to know, and by the people I mean me, because I want to know if I'm going to make the trip down there for the sausage and grip contest.
Sausage Fest, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm actually gonna. You didn't mention any of it, but I'm just a fan of pigs in a blanket.
Oh, all right.
Aw.
Yeah,
Aw.
Another little kid food.
yeah, it's finger thin.
Yeah,
You don't get greasy. You just one time.
Hunter eats Uncrustables and corn and pigs in a blanket. So
But he can tell you all how to eat and how it'll
Yeah.
look good.
do as I say.
Not as I do.
I call it thinking with the client. Just complete silence after that. My bad. Scratch that.
No, it cut out on my end. So like I let's say it again.
I said I like to call it thinking like the client.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Know your enemy.
Yeah.
Keep your enemies
Ish.
close by eating what they.
I have a select few coworkers that like to bring that kind of stuff up, and I just like to tell them that I'm doing research.
There you
Wow.
go.
There you go.
good.
And how how the insulin reacts in my body, the spike.
I just imagine Hunter sitting there with his mouth like shoved full of junk food and going like, "I'm thinking like the enemy." It's like, it's really funny.
I either stay quiet. I don't know. Nate could tell you. I either stay quiet or I get more active in the afternoons. It takes me a while, but usually in the end of the day, I'm up more, a bit more talkative or jokey. But that's when the snacks come out. So
Fair. I'd go with the Hebrew National if I had to pick like a hot dog related thing.
Wow.
So, yeah, we don't do a lot of hot dogs, but or sausages. Just in general, I'm a patties guy. If it comes to sausage, I don't really care for links. I don't like the casing.
I don't like it shoved back in an intestine or a synthetic casing.
Yeah, it's got just a really unpleasant texture. So,
What? You don't like the snap?
I don't. I that's exactly it. I hate the snap. I hate it. My food doesn't touch. Like I don't mix consistencies. Like it's not a thing. So
Wow. Do you all eat like children? Was that a requirement to be a part of the club? Ah,
Yep.
cute.
Nate, what's your child like tendency?
So, well, I'm going to revert back to the original question about what I'm going to serve at Sausage Fest. And I'm going to make it gourmet, except you don't get to get it out with tongs by yourself like that, right? I'm going to put it straight on your buns. But a bratwurst soaked in Yingling for 24 hours, then boiled in said pot of Yingling, then smoked.
Boiled in beer
Yes,
and then smoked.
and then smoked.
Have you done this before?
I have, and it was incredible.
Really?
It was this stupid experiment that worked.
Hell yeah.
And
I
if you
love
try-
it.
Have you tried other beers?
I have not.
I'm just curious, because you get a whole new flavor profile, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Like that's what I do is I do a lot of experimental cooking at home, and then Sierra's like, you should definitely take that to the firehouse. The guys will like it. So she loves being the guinea pig, and then I take it to work. Unfortunately, I can definitely say that the Yingling has not gone to the city of Charlotte with me.
Yeah.
Chief, we do
Yeah,
not
that's fair.
drink on duty.
We just
It all cooks
infuse
out.
it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We just infuse our meats.
Yeah. That's legit. So, okay, so have we sold you? Are you going to come to the Sausage Fest now?
You know what Pancho said? He said, Haley, if I plan on going, will you plan on going? Or will you
Yeah.
plan on going? I'm like, if you do, I feel like I don't have a choice. Like, if he's coming all the way from South America, like, what excuse do I have?
Yeah, that's the thing. He asked. He said, "Hey, if I tell you like well in advance, like when I'm gonna be there, like would you guys have a competition that I could participate? Like, would you have us had little sausages thing?" And I was like, "We can absolutely do that." And yeah, we would have to get Haley there and see if Josh could come down too, because he's got the banner. So we need full representation.
The
For our
gang,
international
the gang's all here.
competition. The gang's all there.
All right.
Nice.
What are you guys looking forward to the most at the Arnold this year?
I think just getting to do it a second time, but not being as overwhelmed. This past year was my first time. Actually, it was my first time traveling without my wife ever. We've just been for so long. So that was she let me out and trusted I would make it home. So
Aww.
so
so
yeah,
sweet.
I think, it was a lot to take in for me, at least. Plus just running thoughts. I mean, I didn't even know about the scoring and how that worked. It was Will and Jake that kind of helped me figure that out as it went. So I think I'll just get to appreciate it more, that I'm not quite as overwhelmed.
Nate, this will be your first time there in general, like as a fan, athlete, anything?
Yes, ma'am. I've never been to the Arnold.
You're in for a treat. Have you ever been to like any type of fitness expo like that?
I have not.
Yeah, it's massive. And there's a lot of vendors. There's a lot of nonsense. There's a lot of noise. And then there's very little athletics. Like, it's like all in the perimeter, and there's like a lot of bullshit like all around. A lot of t-shirts, a lot of energy drinks, a lot of supplements, a lot of very buff, good-looking people everywhere. But, it's like during COVID, I was there during COVID, and the only people that were there were the athletes. And so it was really, really cool. Like, it was just kind of like a strength summer camp, because no one, like all the vendors couldn't come. None of them could come anymore. And it was just very open, and you could kind of walk and go see the strongman stuff. You could walk and go see jujitsu, and it was really, really neat. And I would prefer it, but it is a money-making festival, and it's just be prepared for a whole lot of noise and a lot of people. I get anxious in crowds, so I kind of have to stick to a route around the place and stay to the perimeter. But, just be prepared for that, I guess.
Yeah, you'll be okay though, because you'll be able to see over most people,
And you got buddies, you got friends there, so it's not like you're going in blind.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pull, like, Will just pull your pocket out and I'll hold onto it, and you.
Yep. Well, I was going to bring a little rope with knots in it that everyone can hold. Make sure that everyone has their knot, and then we'll go. We'll make sure we got a head count everywhere.
They have wrist leashes. Wrist leashes.
Well,
like kids.
I was gonna get one of the one of the bear backpacks, but I couldn't find one in Nate's size. So
fair. I like your idea. It's got a lot less prison feel to it, so we'll go with yours.
Yeah, I was a camp counselor, so we tried to make it as unprisony as possible.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Indeed. Yeah, where are you? Have you guys already booked your hotels and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
What about you?
Will,
Rick?
I guess.
Saying, like, what's that?
What about you?
Yes, Jake booked ours, so we are staying in the same place we did last year. So we're not right on the convention center or anything, but it is all good.
I got an
Pretty much.
Airbnb
Hopefully, a better experience than they had last year.
by my favorite German restaurant, so walking distance. Walking distance to Bratz. Anyways.
Are you going to practice your German with them?
Yes.
Good.
I mean, I usually order in German, I guess, if I can help it, like if I, but.
Bratwurst, bitte. Viele Bratwurst.
20 Bratz. Bitter.
20?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
All right.
Good.
All right, guys. We have some questions from our audience.
Yes, we do.
Haley Villarreal asks, how would you explain to a normal person what it means to be a part of the Sad Little Sausages Lifting Club?
Who's going to
In your
take
own
it?
words.
What'd you say, Hunter?
I just said, who's going to answer first?
You.
Oh, okay, that works. I don't know. I think I think my favorite thing about it is that we all encourage each other. It's not competitive in that sense. I think we all want each other to do better in kind of our own ways. So it's super supportive. If you can't have fun, if you're taking it too seriously or taking yourself too seriously, it's probably the wrong vibe, right? So I think at the end of the day, in the times that we've competed with each other, I think we all turn it on and figure out how to do our best. But as soon as it's over, it's back to just being lighthearted, having fun.
Good.
Yeah, I think to tack on to that, one of the goals, I guess, that we have for the group is, we sell these dope tees. Oh, new design. So we sell these T-shirts, we sell the banners and all this kind of stuff, and it's not stuff that we sell like to make money ourselves, but like we want to kind of grow the grip community. We want to do competitions, and we want to sponsor stuff or do this or that. Like we want to be involved in there and be kind of we want to be a positive influence on the grip community. Not get weird or catty with stuff, and just kind of keep it a fun, supportive place, kind of like Hunter said. So that's one of the big things for us.
I'm all about that. Good for you guys. Uncle Nate, you're up.
Ah, okay. Well, still pretty new to everything. I'm still figuring everything out. Half the time I don't know if I'm doing good or bad or middle of the road or whatever. I have no clue. And these guys who've been doing it longer than me are always there. They're always supporting, always giving feedback. Like I said, I text them and talk to them more than I do my own wife most days. It's awesome. We are a very close-knit group, the three of us. But I've noticed, even with me being new to it here recently, talking to more people over Instagram about different things. Apparently I have a pretty good Saxon number. And
Yeah, it's all right.
What is it? All right, give me
Somebody
like
else
90.
said it.
Give me 90%, so you don't like tell the world what you're going to pull at the Arnold. If you want to keep it a secret, tell me what your 90% is.
Okay. I don't. Hold on.
All right. What?
What's your best comp one? Because your best comp one isn't the same as your best
My best
gym
comp
one, right?
is 265.
Yeah.
So
Not
Yeah.
shabby.
And then
For
what
less
did you
than a
get?
year in.
Was it 270 in the fire station, or almost 280, or what was that one?
280.
I thought it was 280. Yeah.
That was 280.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, get back on track, people. Come on. But I have noticed people are reaching out to me asking tips on the Saxon, and I don't know. I just and I set my thumbs up this way, I grab this way, I turn my wrist this way, I bend my elbows this way.
I wrap my
But it's
fingers
cool.
under the end of the bar.
Yeah, I mean, you don't just grab the whole thing and just pick it up like what? No, but it's cool because it's kind of knowledge that's been passed on to me from Hunter and Will, and kind of learning the sport and figuring out techniques and all the little things, and then kind of me being able to apply it successfully and then spread it on to other people, right? Because coming in never touching the Saxon bar and I guess pulling that is pretty decent. I'm definitely not a subject matter expert, but I feel like at some point there's some knowledge that's been instilled in me that I can pass along. And that's one thing is we're not about holding on to the secret information. We don't have all the answers. We don't have the golden book under lock and key of how to be the greatest. But when we all put our minds together and we all get to thinking and we all get to programming, it's a big help to each other, and we're more than happy to spread what we can to anybody else who's interested.
All right. I am. So I'm not asking to be a part of the boys club, but I am asking when you guys go over Saxon tips specifically, help a girl out. Tell me. I mean, I'll just send you my videos and then you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. I would love it.
Hunter
I
will
don't
draw
have
you angles
anyone
and everything.
to bounce ideas off of. Like, I don't have anyone. It's just me. So, like,
That's not true, Haley. You have us.
okay,
Yeah.
now I
was
do.
thinking.
All right.
I wanted to chime in.
What's that?
I said that's what I was thinking. I wanted Nate to chime in.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Haley, I want you to turn around and make eye contact with that female sausage behind you and just look at her and know that she's there to help you.
That's my girl.
That's your girl. We're ready for the next one? Mm-hmm. All right. I'll take this one because it's another religious one. It's from Jeremy Futrell, the Kilted Gorilla. And he asked, do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
What the fuck?
I love it. I love that question.
All
I don't have
right.
to answer it, but
Well,
I
are we
think it's
talking about
hilarious.
in the traditional context or like the Anunnaki, like just the reinterpretations over time of some alien civilization? Like which one are we doing?
We're talking about, I'm going to say, the Judeo-Christian God.
Then probably
You think he's afraid of
it's gotten wild.
all the friggin' weirdos down here?
Yeah, we're really mixing stuff up. We're taking steps backwards, right? We're
No.
relabeling things that are labeled. You know,
Then the
Yeah.
Christian cinematic universe, I say he's really had a field day. I don't know. I'm not going to answer this because I'm not going to make any friends. So you guys go ahead. Tell me more.
Oh, I feel like I should have asked that in like the Kunk accent. Do you think God stays in heaven? She's very funny if you haven't seen any of that. You guys. Well, we can ask a real question now. Haley, I don't know if you want to ask one or I've got the other four up
Yeah,
here.
Sam Horn wants to know, where can I order some cool-ass Sad Little Sausages merch? I think he wants a jacket, guys. I think he wants a shirt. I think he wants a ball cap. Do you ship to the UK?
it's a great question.
Sure.
Sam Horn, sorry man, he asked me about that a while back, and I. Kind of like Nate's description of using computers, have no idea how to send stuff in the mail. So I saved his address and had every intention of figuring out how to get it to the UK. But yeah, let's circle back on that as a team later, because
Pro tip: you can just walk right into a FedEx, a USPS, a
Yeah.
UPS, and just
not
say,
how-
"Hey, I need this to go to the UK."
So it is. I have shipped to England, Ireland, Antarctica before. It's very expensive, and I just
What did you ship to Antarctica?
a T-shirt.
One of ours?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
The sample sausages that went went
Also,
global
I
to
don't,
Antarctica.
I don't appreciate the indignance of a T-shirt. Yeah, like what else would I ship to Antarctica? I would definitely ship a short sleeve T-shirt to Antarctica. No,
bathing suit.
It was a good fundraiser, Will. Okay.
I believe it. But, okay.
But no, yeah, it's kind of stupid expensive, and I feel like you would pay more in shipping than you would in the cost of the T-shirt.
But cheaper than a plane ticket.
In facts, I don't know how we would be able to. I mean, I guess somebody just have to go into blindly willing to pay whatever we tell them it costs to ship it.
Yeah.
So-
if it fits, it ships. Honestly, it's really not you. It's not too difficult, guys. I believe in you. I
Yeah.
believe in your ability, and I can help you out with the paperwork if you need it.
So we're in
Did we just hire a secretary?
logistics manager.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse
Yeah.
me.
Logistics.
Forgot we're not in the 1930s anymore.
Yeah, get these broads in the workforce.
Get these skirts a job. Say,
We are in the process of getting a pre-order site up, because I've got 6 or 7 shirts and stuff here that need to go out. That took a while because it was like, oh yeah, let's just make them, and then ran into issues with timing on some of the shirt stuff. So we're gonna get like a pre-order site set up. People can go in there and place orders there. I'd love to be able to integrate some kind of shipping rate calculator with it, which shouldn't be too bad because you can use like FedEx APIs and all that jazz and whatever else, whoever we end up getting an account with. But all of that will be coming. So Sam, if you've already worked out something with Hunter, we can discuss that offline or whatever. But in general, if anyone else is curious, that will be coming down the pipeline, hopefully soon.
No, I was saying I'm going to need help because I dropped the ball. That's what I was saying. Make it up.
I didn't know if you had said, yeah, we can ship that for $5.50. Well,
Josh Villarreal asks, what's a piece of advice or insight you've gained in your journey that you think everyone should hear? It doesn't have to be grip related because he didn't specify. So if there's a piece of advice athletically or philosophically or anything like that, because he was very vague here. Just a piece of advice or insight you've gained in your journey that you think everyone should hear. Very good question, Josh. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to say I think we need to be taking advice from him. That dude is a monster. He's a beast. I don't know if you guys have seen his recent post of like his year transformation.
yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Like that dude is nuts.
He is motivated.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's. We should be taking advice from him. So, Josh Villarreal, what's your advice?
Call in now and give it.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but we can't.
Yeah.
We don't have that ability yet, guys. Stay tuned. We need sponsors.
Sponsors. Yes.
No, that's a great question.
I think one thing that I've learned as I've gotten older is how to listen more to my body, I guess, rather than, like when you're younger, you're like, okay, everything. I watched this person does this lift this way. This is what they say I have to do for my squat or for my deadlift or for bent, like whatever it is. But people are built differently. We've got different proportions. We've got different, strengths, weaknesses, everything. Like it's not, you can't, a lot of the general principles, will apply, but like listening to how your body moves best, and feeling out how stuff moves rather than just trying to force yourself into a particular mold of things, I think is something I wish I had learned earlier, but now that I have, it's something that I'll, encourage my kids in if they ever find this interesting or, that kind of thing.
Very cool.
Thanks,
if I was gonna go next, if I was to give an answer for each, the guys will tell you I have a very, I think, like double-minded brain. I don't know how else you'd want to call it. I don't know. I feel like I always think in twos in a way. Like, I think the grip training version of that, or that training aspect of it, would be, I've learned definitely overestimate recovery time between workouts. That's probably harder to stomach in terms of you kind of have to like manage your excitement to get back in there and do it again. But in reality, you get way more performance that way. As far as life, or I guess outside of that specifically, I think just, I tell clients sometimes, like from the wellness perspective, probably one of the most valuable things you can really learn to do is just kind of take yourself out of the situation and just really try to take apart and analyze what's going on. And there's always almost something that you can take away from it. So I don't know. I think just to be more open-minded probably is one of the easier things to do as you get older, I think.
Agreed. Haley, I'll let you ask your bestie's question there.
Okay. Yeah, I guess she's my training partner when she shows up, but that's like maybe once a month. Hannah Lewandowski asks, if Danny DeVito were a grip athlete, what event do you think he'd excel at? Like, I feel like I know, but you guys go ahead. What say you?
I think he'd excel at hub.
Exactly.
I second that. I feel like he'd crush that.
Yeah, because there's
Very
no
short,
little-
stout, and little hands.
Probably, and even better than that, what are those like little like moon top things? Like the little like the different planets? Like his hand would probably fit really good.
That's probably true.
And he looks like a sad little sausage himself.
He does.
Like physically, I think you should make merch maybe with him on it.
We'll just keep sending it to him until we get a cease and desist or some kind of restraining order.
Our unofficial mascot.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Sign your support or sign the restraining order. One of the two.
Yeah. John over at the Elite Grip Society had a question on our SLS page. He said, okay, if you can only lift one for the rest of your life, one grip thing for the rest of your life, which would it be out of pinch, thick bar, or V-bar? And that can be for whatever reason. You enjoy it. You think it's got the most carryover benefit. I don't actually know what else there is outside of that, but
If you can only have one to lift for the rest of your life,
yeah,
I would say I guess I'd say pinch, but probably like Saxon. And it could be the 2 inch. What was that?
It's the wrong answer, but I know it's supposed to be subjective, but it's not. Why pick that one?
I think especially if it's the 2 inch, you get plenty of finger pressure, wrist strength. You can isolate the thumb, and the weights won't track nearly as high, so you can actually probably do it up into a later age successfully. Still challenge yourself. If you're 80, you can still challenge yourself with weights versus over time, Axe will probably beat you down more.
Okay. I didn't think about it like that. I was just thinking more for funsies, but that's a good answer.
I also really enjoy it, but I think like practicality wise, I think it'd probably be the most valuable long term. Sorry.
I plan on being the next king of England, so I think that the hilt is going to be probably the most beneficial for me long term. Got to pull the sword out of the stone.
Nate, go.
Oh, jeez. Unpopular opinion. I'm gonna have to roll to Saxon.
Gross. Guys, I don't even know you.
I enjoy it. It's different. Like, I mean, an actual, yes, it's tougher. It's a thicker bar, but it's a deadlift, right? At the end of the day, hilt. I hate hilt. It's just awkward anyway. So whatever. The hub is terrible because it's like holding onto a golf ball for most people. For me, it's just tiny. But like I enjoy Saxon. It's fun. It's different. I've never lifted anything like that, and I think it's funny because you put some weight on it, and people look at it and they think it's stupid. Like, oh, that ain't that hard. I could do that. Then they grab it and they go to lift it, and they're like, oh, shit, this is terrible. It's very deceptive, and I kind of like that like sneak up like gotcha bitch moment it has. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Gotcha,
I'm a roll of Saxon.
All right.
I got several questions from Poncho directly.
Well, hold on. What would your choice be?
No one wants to hear from me. This is the sausage party episode.
Nate said it before. Don't make him say it. Don't make him tap the sign.
I dabble in strongman, strongwoman, so I feel like Axel for me is, beneficial, I guess, to my other hobbies. But you're right about Saxon. Like, I hate Saxon. I really do. But as far as just like you're doing it and somebody walks into the gym and they're like, oh, that ain't nothing. You got like 50 pounds on each side or, whatever it is. And then you're like, okay, hot shot, come over and try it. And then they can't even move it. That is gratifying. I will say that it's happened to me where somebody's been like, you're way stronger than that. What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, it's not a normal deadlift. Like it's a bear and like give it a go. But I'm not a climber. Like I don't have that type of strength. So it's been a real challenge for me getting those numbers up to a respectable amount. And that was my only goal this year, was to increase my Saxon. And I've done that. So we'll see what happens at the end of February, if it pays off or not.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Anyway. Did you get any more direct ones for you? Because I got some from Pancho, and he has a question for each of you.
Yeah, I got one from him for you as well. So.
Oh no!
Let's hit. I put some cool music in here, and we're gonna go to the
Grip Sport Latino
sponsored segment of the of the episode.
All right.
Sport Latino.
Grip Sport Latino. Hunter. I like how you approach training in general. So I am curious, how would you approach Freestyle Hub in case you are planning on King Kong 2025?
How would I approach it?
Training for it, I guess.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite like accessory kind of movements I was doing for Hub for Super Series was I was doing like Hub high pulls almost like a single arm, like a front shoulder raise kind of. It was more of like an explosive, just pull through it, I think. But my favorite way I'd probably train it would just be haphazardly. I think one day a week I'd probably just try to max on it, and then the next day of the week I'd probably do slightly more volume or some type of a hold or some type of a modification like a high pull or anything I could think of. Like I've been doing hilt cable rows lately. I'd do like some kind of a freestyle hub cable row I think anything I
Ooh.
could just to get a different angle and save the body and the hips.
That's wow, a hub cable row. Ugh. That sounds awful, but definitely beneficial.
It does.
All right. Well,
All
that
right.
was for you. I'm like waiting for you all to respond, but that was only for you.
That was for Hunter.
Yes. Okay. For Nate, I'm curious
man.
to know if you like grippers with your hand size and strength, and if so, what is your best gripper close? And he has a
Gripper.
Yes. Have
Sorry,
you ever
I don't
trained
mean to
on a
interrupt.
gripper? No. Have you ever trained on a gripper, and what's your best?
Grippers are the devil. They were made by Lucifer himself from the deepest pits of hell. They do not do well with my hand size. They're very difficult to close. I just don't like them. And it was an event last year at the Greenville Grab that we competed in, and honestly, I won 115, 120. Nothing crazy at all. But it's just it's my hand is so big that it's like just kind of swallows it, and then it's just in there, and I can't get it to close, and then I look stupid, and then I get frustrated, and
Do you follow
Yeah.
Carl Myers-Co? Do you follow Carl?
yeah, but he's like good at everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he has like huge hands though, and I mean he finds a way. So you're gonna have to pick his brain, or
Why you gotta make sense about this?
I know
Life
no,
finds
it's
a
not
way.
something you need for arm lifting. You know,
No,
it's like
and it-
specific to its own contests, and you know if
Yeah,
you're
it-
out for a cert or
Yeah, I mean it has its benefits, obviously, but I'm not good at them. I don't enjoy them. They're just difficult for me, and if Carl is one of your listeners and or watchers, yay.
Gigantic thumbs up.
Yeah, but not my thing. I can't stand grippers. Usually I sign up for a competition. If grippers are in it, I just withdraw.
I mean he supports us, like he's a great support for us, but I'm not sure if he's actually listened. He always likes what we're doing and stuff like that, but I can't say for sure if he's been a listener, but I'll ask him. I'll put him on the spot.
Carl, if you listen to this, tell us your favorite flavor of Albanese gummy bears.
Hunter has a question.
Oh, Hunter, hand raised, yes.
Well, more just like a comment. I think it's something I talked to Carl about once, so he probably remembers the conversation, but it's maybe less popular theory at the moment, but I think grippers are actually probably critical for building all other types of grip strength. I think it's probably one of the only categories of its kind where you have like a dynamic, like functional movement where it's actively closing versus like isometric of some kind. So I think it's probably more of a bridge or closing the gap between a lot of things.
I will say that when I was doing a lot more grippers earlier last year, that's when I made a lot of progress on V-bar and axle both. Was when I was pretty consistently doing heavier grippers. So I would say, for me, that's supported.
Yeah, I think it's especially the closing power of the pinky is kind of overlooked or underestimated.
Yep,
Well,
I agree.
Sorry about that, Will. Your mandolin finger.
Well, I don't need the tip of it for anything. That'll be okay.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just
That's all
to
it's
see how
on.
it feels. Just slipping it in there. All right. For Will. Yep. Imagine all of us are blind. This is
Oh.
a poncho question. Imagine all of us are blind. Take us listeners on a tour through the Sad Little Sausages contest. What do we got going on? Barbecue, cold brews. That's what he said. Or margaritas.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, yeah. For the Sad Little Sausages, the Sausage Fest Liftorama. I mean, I definitely think that we would have a lot of good stuff on the grill. We'd probably I like to make brisket for people, so imagine you've got some beef on there. We'll throw some pork on, some sausages, naturally. Smell of Yingling cooking, wafting through the air, which your heightened senses would pick up on. And then, it would be a real relaxed environment, have some good tunes playing, probably just a bunch of Creed. And of course, Big Willie style, the album in its entirety from start to finish.
Hell yeah.
There would be no lifting during that time. It would just be for enjoyment and listening. But that's fine. Everyone would love it. And for the events, we'd have a Saxon. And I think we'd probably throw some grippers in there. We'd throw Axel. If we could get our hands on an inch, just get a bunch of stuff. Like, it'd be real informal, but it's just kind of what a lot of people get into grip for is just seeing, a bunch of random objects and seeing who can pick it up. And just a loud, feel good, happy environment.
Happy times.
Everybody. Happy times. So yeah, I don't know if the other guys have anything different in mind for it, if they really envisioned a much more negative space, but that's my vision.
I think if you miss a lift, you have to put your hand on the hot grill.
Okay, yeah, that's harsh but fair.
Yeah, I won't be coming. Maybe I'll just.
Well,
Yeah, we don't limit the number of attempts you have. We just you know that if you miss one, your hand's going on the grill.
yeah. Or maybe we'll change it. You get branded maybe on the arm every time you miss a lift.
Okay, a little sad sausage
Yeah,
brand.
it'll be that guy. It'll be that guy right there.
You gotta live for the brand.
Everywhere you can think of.
Yep, you belong to us now.
Jesus Christ. God dang.
Anyway, here's Pancho's question for you, Haley.
No, I got one more
Oh,
for
okay.
all of you guys.
No.
Is Pancho an automatic member of the Sausages, or does he actually need to come to the Summer Grip competition?
I don't want to speak for everybody. I would say my vote would be that he'd be a member.
Yeah.
He's been supportive from the very beginning. We just haven't been able to get him any merch because he's in South America, and we haven't figured out international shipping.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very fun and inclusive of a group if you had a lot of hard criteria to check in order to be a part of it, right? So
It's really just the branding that we need. So we've all got ours. We'll bring it to the Arnold along with a blowtorch to heat it up. So anybody who wants to join, they can do so there.
Can I buy a T-shirt? Is there girls' T-shirts? Can I buy one? You bring it to the Arnold
Yes.
for me? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We can discuss options offline, but
Disclaimer to anybody watching and or listening: anything we have in men's, we have in women's as well.
and yeah, women, you can buy stuff from the men's side for yourselves if you want to. We don't know what you're doing with it. We don't even care. You could be buying it to rip it up and say, "I hate those guys."
and I'm gonna put one of my coworkers on blast because my coworker Amanda and her boyfriend Austin each have sad little sausage hats that they've sent me pictures when they go to like football games, like NFL games. And they have this couples goal where they want to visit every NFL stadium in the country, and they're going to like check out. And she had told me that they were going to go to a game recently. I think it was Philadelphia, maybe. Does that sound right? Just played, but and then they forgot their hats. They were going to tag us and invite to collaborate or whatever on our Instagram page. And so now that I've put it out there, they're going to have to make sure they do it every time, or it's going to be awkward at the office. So.
Hunter's placed trackers on your phones, so he'll know when you guys have left and when you're at the stadium. So,
Yep.
Let me know when you come to Buffalo.
is there a football team there?
Oh, yeah. They play on Sunday.
Yeah. They have like one of the worst rated quarterbacks in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're the
Wasn't he
Williams.
voted like ugliest man on earth?
I'll kill you. I'll straight murder your ass. Don't talk about my Lord and Savior Joshua Patrick Allen. Anyway,
Devotion.
yes,
Yes.
yes, sir. All right, my question. Yay.
Your question. Yay. There are. All right. They are interconnected, but there are a few. What are your grip goals for 2025? Do they include King Kong 2025? And then I'll ask the last one after you answer those two.
Grip goals to redeem myself at this year's Arnold. I'm on track to do just that. Last year I had a lot of crazy shit going on in my personal life. I was quite ill. I underperformed. I didn't get beat. I like beat myself. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't me that weekend. So I hope that I have the opportunity to redeem myself, to be who, I think I'm capable of being. And if I leave knowing I did my best, and if I still get beat, then it'll feel much better than knowing I didn't even come close to my best and getting beat. So like, I just want to know that I did my best and walk out of there confident with my head held high, knowing that I came and delivered what I'm capable of. Not really, more than that. I'm still in it to promote it, to have a good time, and to push myself. I'm not really in it for, like a crush to dust certification or anything like that. It would be nice, but those aren't really my personal goals. As far as King Kong is concerned, I did belong to a gym locally that held that contest. And then me and my friend Hannah left that gym, so we weren't able to participate this year. But I do think we're trying to host our own up here and trying to expand our reach in Western New York and get more people involved that way. So I definitely have plans to. It's always been on my radar. It seems so much fun, and the prizes Eric gives out are really cool. And I think everybody kind of wants a gorilla medal. So yeah, it's definitely something I wanted to do, and I'm sorry I missed it last year, but I do hope to.
Nice. So Hub is one of the events. It's freestyle, traditional, whatever you want. So Pancha's asking, what is your best freestyle Hub?
27 kilos, I think. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, 27 kilos. I had 30 up, and then I couldn't hold on to it long enough.
Was that in the Super Series, or was that...
according to the judge. Like, I have video of it. I think I got it, but it's one of those things where it's subjective to who's judging you. And that day, it didn't get the nod. It didn't get the thumbs up. So I didn't even bother submitting it to Ricardo. I maybe should have and just see what he said, but I didn't want to, disrespect my judge. And then I hit it again like the next week, and it was like, of course, garage PRs don't really. I mean, they matter. They matter for your own ego, your own, state of mind. Like, okay, I know I can do it, but I would like to hit that in a competition because I know I'm capable of it. But the traditional, not a chance. It does not.
How far off are you on your traditional versus
Very.
freestyle? Okay.
Yeah, like I do the doorknob grip. Mm-hmm. There was like a guy, Jordan Patty, he went to the Arnold my first year of doing arm lifting, which was 2023. We competed on the Open on the Sunday, and he told me he did it like a Vulcan style, like maybe Nate could do that, like where your fingers are big enough to, and I was like, I can't possibly.
No. There's no way that's going to happen.
And he sent me a video, and I was like, there's no way you can do that. And he actually sent me a video doing that, and it worked for him, and he had a really good score. But yeah, no hub philosophy. I kind of hate that implement. It always rips my thumb skin when I go heavier.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Awful. That
Awful.
feels terrible.
Yep.
That feels terrible.
But he actually had a really good number that year in the Super Series, and I think he stopped. Like, now he's just doing Highland games specifically, but
I might have just broken my finger. It's really uncomfortable. Yeah.
yeah, see? All right. All right, gentlemen. Is there anything you want to add? Anything you want to clear up? Anything you want to talk about? The floor is yours.
You want to start your own rumors and then clear them up immediately?
I'll come clean. I'm not dropping the 90 kilos. It's a rumor that's been out there for like 2 hours.
You had me sweating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys are just tuning in, Nate Nate made a reference earlier to dropping 90 kilos. He's
Dropping
not doing
100 pounds in 4 weeks.
Do what I gotta do.
It's doable.
Ozempic? I don't know.
I think
Go off.
I think you should message Steve Gaspar and like just play a little joke on him and just be like, hey man, I hear you help with like nutrition and weight loss and stuff. I got a pretty hefty goal, and then see what happens. I think it'll be fun. Steve, you should rewind and not listen to that part if you're going to hear this episode.
There should be no reason why somebody that's 6'5" should weigh under 90 kilos, in my opinion. That's would be
That's real skinny.
That would be sickly on that frame. You would have to be very wiry.
It'd be gross.
That'd be gross.
I'm like gross on the other side of the spectrum. I don't want to be gross on there. It's like a.
I mean, 6'5", 300 is not. It's not disproportional. I don't think.
No.
Yeah, well, never mind. I'll leave it alone.
I'll be right back if y'all okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Right back.
He's got to do that, or his phone's gonna die. That's my guess.
Oh man.
Man,
Yeah.
you might be from Indiana, but you've been in the South long enough that you get little twinges of Southern.
I have a question. What's up with Southerners and monogramming everything and personalizing everything and like, what's up with that? Like, why? Why?
We're proud of who we are.
The initials and the
Dag nabbit.
swirlies and like, it's like in a weird pattern. Like the middle initial is on the outside, and the I don't fucking get it.
I'm with you, Haley. I've been here 12 years, and it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You do you, boo, but I don't get
See,
it.
we're all very proud of who we are, where we come from, our names, our legacy. It's our heritage, and so we are just so proud to be Marianne Hudgens. But do you know what state has the highest number of vanity license plates?
Georgia. I don't know.
South Carolina?
Virginia.
Virginia. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Will would know
Yep.
that.
Very vain. Very vain.
Do you have
but yeah,
a vanity
no,
license plate?
I did when I was in Virginia. Like when I lived, like growing up, like my
Really?
my
What did it say?
My first car was a 1985 S10 Blazer, and my license plate said "Duh Blazer."
Of course it did.
So,
course.
which also then I transferred over to my 1985 Caprice when the Blazer died. So I was driving a Caprice with the license plate Dub Blazer, which probably made me look like I smoked a lot of weed or something, maybe. But I didn't. So yeah, but that's one thing I noticed. Like last time we were in Virginia, I was like, man, there are a disproportionate number of vanity plates here. And so I looked it up. I was like, what state has the most? I was like, yeah, okay, it's Virginia, obviously. Anyway, all right, Hunter, you didn't get out of answering the question. Do you have any closing thoughts, or did you go to cram an Uncrustable, or
Yeah, blood sugar was getting low. That was the problem.
Yeah.
No, I think you just had to pee with them.
Oh, I called it. Nailed it.
You'd be surprised. As cold as it is out here, you think my body would want to hold on to everything. No, how'd you go?
Very cold right now.
I now have a question, mostly for Will, after hearing about your Dub Blazer comment.
Yeah. Blazer with an A at the end.
Assuming that you had AIM when you were younger, what was your AIM screen name?
It was. Hold on. My email address, which I think I might have made it the same thing, was Yamaha Vet Dude 13. Yamaha. I was really into Yamaha dirt bikes, and I loved Corvettes.
Did we talk about this before?
We did. Yeah, we talked about this with somebody else. But yeah, it's. I think I did that for both my Hotmail address and my AOL screen. So
Yamaha Vet Dude. What was your AIM screen name, Hunter and Nate?
I don't remember. I have no idea.
Liar.
Yeah.
Nate never used a computer prior to getting Instagram, so
That's pretty close.
they didn't have them in Indiana.
It's true. It's true.
He was busy
honestly,
building a factory.
Yeah.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah. Fair.
No, honestly, I don't know. Gosh. Yeah. No idea. I just remember getting pissed off when we get a phone call and they would kick you offline, and then checking in with my mom, be like, "Hey, are you expecting a phone call in the next hour or so?" And she'd be like, "No, why? Can I use the computer?" Yeah, go ahead. And somebody call anyway and kick you off, and that's what I remember.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah. Tough life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter, what was yours?
Oh, it was interesting. I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was my wife. My wife still makes fun of me about it to this day, but I don't think I had it when we started dating. But it was probably something like Kitty Masta.
Kitty Masta?
Yeah.
Like cats,
It was
or a sexual thing? Like what?
Why?
Well, I was 13
Why?
or 14, so I think it was both.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I could see why your wife would pick on you about that. Well, that's outstanding. I mean, the confidence is
It's not a picking. It's more of a forceful reminding.
yeah, baby, I'm the kitty master. Act like you forgot.
I wish I could
my
express
gosh.
to you all the amount of
that's funny.
excitement I have in my body right now to see his wife again. I can't wait till I see Lauren.
Aw.
This is amazing.
Oh,
my
so you
gosh.
can discuss kitty master?
Oh, yeah,
or
absolutely.
okay.
I can't wait.
We're gonna come up with something really cool for you to say.
I can only imagine when I get up there tonight.
Holy crap.
And she's like, "What'd y'all talk about?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
You'll have to listen, honey.
Hold on.
I'm putting it in the.
Hold on,
the
let
other
me
chat.
text her real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we get
Oh
done,
my
I'll
gosh.
text her, tell her the kitty master's on his way up.
Just to clarify,
crap.
it wasn't master, it was master.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, like the Blazer.
Like Blaze, like the
Blazer.
Blaze.
Okay, fair
There's
enough.
a theme. There's a theme. Will and I are about the same age. We are the same
Yeah.
age, so you know. It's a generational
Oh my
thing.
god.
Yeah, it's an '89 thing. You wouldn't get it, Nate.
Yeah, I'm too old for you. The whole 1986, is just such a big difference.
It wanted to be 9, but it was upside down.
That's my life.
Haley, you're not getting out of it. What was yours?
Oh my god. My first one, it was terrible.
Kitty Master too.
Yeah.
No, no, no. I was like,
Master's taken? Are you kidding me?
I was really young, but I was like trying to be sexy and like probably in chat rooms chatting with like 50-year-old men. I have no idea. ASL. No. I think my first one was like hot legs with like a Z and like a 7, and then my dad saw it. Like he used the family computer, and he's like, "Who the fuck is Hot Legs?" And like it was me and my sister, and my brothers. And then I'm like, "Not me! Like what the hell? Who would do that?" He's like,
Gotta be.
it's gotta be Kara. And he was just like, "I'm gonna disown you," and like, "Don't act like a whore," and like made me feel like like literally made me feel like a piece of garbage. So I changed it to like Surfer Gal 290, because we used to vacation in North Carolina for like every summer because my dad's from there, and we would be there for weeks and just take surfing lessons and surf all the time. And I subscribed to Surfer magazine, and this kid from Buffalo like masquerading as a surfer in the summer. So didn't really make sense. And yeah, but it was much better than Hot Legs.
That's really good.
Yeah, they're
That's
all
funny.
embarrassing. I think it's a
Yep.
rite of passage. They should be.
Yep. There was a girl that I knew in 8th grade who her name was Elizabeth, but her AOL screen name was Elizard Breath. And for what that's just, that always sticks with me. And every time I hear the name Elizabeth, all I can think of is Elizard Breath. And it's just, that was like a genius name.
I respect it.
opinion.
She's making fun of herself before anyone else can.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep. What a fun walk down memory lane that was.
Yeah.
For some of us.
Way up. Kitty Master. Yeah.
Kitty Master. Man, yeah. That was a mistake to put that out here.
Can we
because
change his
I can't change his name. I don't think.
name on there?
You can change it on his jacket and then make him a new jacket.
We're gonna send him a new jacket and burn the old one.
Right. That'll be a great way to make sure that Lauren doesn't come.
Never mind. I was gonna say she should. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. It's fine.
I think she would really like to meet. I think Lauren would definitely like to meet Haley. She's we talked about how they were both tall, but Lauren played volleyball in high school, so she
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, she passed on college volleyball so she could go to the same school with me. But yeah, she's an
Aww.
outside hitter too. So yeah,
What a sacrifice. That's so sweet. You better
I need
thank
to-
your lucky stars every day.
yeah. She signed me up for the SAT first, so she knew that I was going to need a lot of attention to get through it. I noticed that was like 10 years later. So whatever.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet all of the ladies, all of the sausage girls. I spoke with Sierra a little bit through Instagram too. Nate told her that I'm very friendly, that most of the ladies in Grip are friendly. I'd say 90%, and I can clue her in about the 10% that aren't. But I think she'll be just fine. Figure it out for herself. And I told her that I'm a hugger, and because we were introduced through Instagram, I'm going to pretend I already know her, and I'm probably going to hug you all, actually. So just be prepared. But I'm looking forward to it.
That caught me off guard when I met Sierra because she's a hugger, and
She is.
I was like, I'm not. That's not something I naturally go for with someone, especially someone I'm meeting for the first time. Like,
All right, I'll high five you. Noted.
So-
We've met
Funny.
now.
Funny story about that, Will. was after you met her, and she's like, I don't know if Will likes me. What do you mean? I was like, Will likes everybody. Like, Will likes that rock over there. Like, what do you mean? And she's like,
true.
well, she's like, when I met him, like, I ran up and I gave him a hug and told him it was so nice to finally meet him. And he was like, oh, okay. And did like the awkward pat. And he was like, I'm not really a hugger.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh. And she's like, I didn't know what to say. She's like, it got awkward so fast. Now, mind you, Sierra loves you to death. She thinks you're incredible.
Yeah, we're cool
she
now.
Probably likes you more than me, if we're being honest.
I mean,
but yeah, way to make shit awkward, Will.
That's what I do best.
Do you feel like that was? Do you feel like that was super necessary to say at that point? Like if it had already happened?
Yeah.
What?
Will.
That I'm not much of a hugger?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I was trying to give an explanation as to like why I might not have been like enthusiastic about it or given an awkward pat. I'd be like, oh, I'm not really like used to this. Like, don't take this personally.
Well, you didn't say anything to me when I hugged you.
We had met. Like I said, like we had met. I had never spoken with Sierra prior to that. Like we've all spoken at least online through voice memos, all that stuff. Sierra, this was like a first meeting. I'm like, oh, okay, hugs.
And Hunter will tell you this. Like, if you're cool with me and you're cool with my family, you're in. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So
and I'm fine with it now, Sierra. If you're gonna listen to this episode, like it's cool. I'm not weird about it now.
But she's actually standing right here listening.
Oh, I can't tell if he's like.
Yeah, it's
that's that
he's
nobody.
Pretty,
Anyway.
I'm definitely lying. She's not here.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Hold on one second. I gotta go. Wait, I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. What was it? What happened when I got up? What did y'all say?
I was talking about why do Southerners monogram everything? Like, what's that all about? I hate it.
I hate it, she says.
Isn't that like what the coat would probably be, though? Like the saddle sausage. Yeah, the saddle sausages coat. If she was to get like a women's division version.
I mean, it's probably going to say Sexy Leg 7 or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
No.
Say I won't.
What if you
I
can't?
won't.
What if you can't get away from it now? What if it's just destined to happen?
Yeah.
Then you're Kitty Master, and I'm just gonna make one up for Nate, and that'll be the rumor I start. I'm just gonna create his name.
Okay, hey, good. Okay, fantastic. We're going to switch this interview around. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys the questions. If you could make up a username for me, what would it be?
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands.
No, wait, that's that horse guy. I can't do that to you. That's that horse guy. I can't do that.
One, but it's not. I don't know if it's like gift of grab PC. Okay, you've seen Super Troopers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be something that involved like a mustache ride.
Okay.
Yeah, do a lot
What did I
like
just
because
walk in
firemen, you guys can't have beards, right? So is that why a lot of you have the mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mix between that and just kind of tradition, I guess. I just look better with a mustache. My wife likes it, so that's 90% of why I have it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of, I guess the typical fireman has the mustache.
Yeah.
It's actually one of their final prerequisites when they get out of the academy. If they can't grow it, I don't think they can actually graduate.
They don't.
Yeah. So it's academy is 6 months long, Monday through Friday, and if you don't have a mustache by the end, see ya.
So
Sorry, you wasted your time.
what do the women firefighters do? What's their equivalent?
Gotta grow one.
Mustache.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
It's still a mustache.
Yeah.
Start putting Rogaine on it, I guess.
Yeah.
Dye the peach fuzz that's already on there. Just like a dark color. Nice little crustache.
That's a gross name, but it's accurate for what I grow. So
All right. Well, maybe you could be a not so crustache.
I could be a female firefighter.
In all fairness, you could totally be a female firefighter if you said you were.
Well, that's another discussion. We should probably get Will back on to pick up, but we don't want to get serious here at the end of another episode. So,
I've been serious this whole time.
yeah.
You have been, actually. So
Sure.
serious.
I already said I was going to do that, right? It's like I got
You
to
did.
regulate myself. So
Regulators.
Mount up.
Oh no.
It was a clear black night. Anyway, yep. I'm gonna go listen to some Warren G. And go to bed. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap up, or?
Thanks for having us on. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks
Good
for
to meet
coming.
you guys.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's good to have you on here, and like we said before, everyone's super approachable. So if you have any questions, Hunter and Nate are both very strong, and we've all done a lot of analysis on the movements and on what works best for us and this kind of thing. So we're, happy to help if anyone who's new to the sport has anything that they want to figure out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't give
hey,
you too much
Haley,
information.
you mentioned it. I'll send you a YouTube video that I made for. I think one guy was on TikTok. He asked me some questions about Saxon, but I'll send it over to you. It's got some of the little walkthrough things that I like to do. Tell me what you think.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Grabber Gang. Thanks for joining us. And we're back. This is our first episode back after a little bit of a hiatus. So we're looking forward to more. And we'll see you guys at the Arnold. And,
Haley,
know?
what's that? What's that behind you? Is that two
this?
Trailer Park Girls going around the outside? Around the
Around the
outside.
outside.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Haley's back. And Will. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Tell your friends, everyone. All
Bye,
right.
guys. We love you.
Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.